Hey everybody, how is it going today? In this video, I want to talk about MARIN or MARIN Software Incorporated, whatever you call them. Their ticker is MRIN. I think they are setting up for a really nice looking potential trade, so I want to show you that. And then after that chart, I have some other nice looking potential trades I see setting up as well. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have been trading and investing for over 20 years, and in each video I will show you trades that I see setting up right now. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading and investing ideas. And also, if you would like to support the channel and become part of our Patreon community and see what we are buying and selling in real time for a measly $10 a month, that link is in the description. All right, well, before I get into this chart, if you could do me a small favor and like the smash button for me, help me out with the YouTube algorithm, I would really appreciate it for putting all of this together for you guys. But in front of me, I have the MARIN Software Incorporated Daily Chart, ticker symbol MRIN, and this thing has absolutely exploded in the last couple of days. This thing jumped back on my radar on this first big update here. I had no idea this was going to happen, or I would have gladly jumped in. Actually, let me back out just a little bit here and show you what I saw. See if I can get this. There we go. I actually been following this chart for many months. I remember this first move up, and then I waited for the stock to pull back. I saw it completing this rounded bottom, and then I was waiting for the breakout to hold and then move back above and start following that 8-period exponential moving average up. Unfortunately, that did not happen back then. It fell back into the consolidation. So it stayed on my watch list, but this is when it jumped back on my scans, is when it had this huge up day, and I thought I had missed the boat on it. I didn't realize it was going to be going on that huge run, and I didn't look into it enough to know that there was such a huge short squeeze. But going back to present day, we can see that little tiny day was next to nothing. But there is no need crying over spilled potential gains. All we can do is trade the chart that is in front of us. And right now, I see a pretty decent potential trade showing up. I am going to be waiting for MRIN to come down to this 8-period exponential moving average. I think that is going to represent a pretty good day trade. So right now, it's sitting about $7.64. Of course, tomorrow, it's probably going to rise up a little bit. I figure it's probably going to be right around $8 a share, depending on where it opens. But I am hoping that this stock has another big down day so we can come down to this moving average and we can get a nice bounce off of that. This is usually a pretty high probability trade after a huge move up. If you get a fast move down afterwards, you'll at least get a temporary bounce off of that 8-period exponential moving average. I like to play these as mostly day trades. Now, I still haven't looked into this stock enough to know exactly what's going on with the short position, but as of right now, I am just interested in playing a day trade. I mean, this thing might not even pull back tomorrow. If the squeeze happens, this thing just might end up exploding higher, and I could miss out on it. But I just wanted to show you this trade that I am looking at, and actually, let's go intraday. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and back out a little bit. One of the reasons why I like this area, not only because of that moving average, because we're going to fill this potential first gap. I know this thing has been gapping up like crazy, but this is a potential gap fill area that's also going to be in the range of that moving average potentially tomorrow. So this is going to coincide with that 8-period exponential moving average if the stock comes down hard. So that's another reason why I think this could be a great potential day trade for tomorrow. Let me show you kind of what I am talking about, because I had two trades that I actually tried to do in the last 2 days, but I got a little too greedy on my entry and I missed out. Let me show you the one from 2 days ago. I tried to grab some Express, and you can see Express had this huge up day. Then I was waiting for it to come back down to that 8-period exponential moving average. I had option order in to buy the 650 call. God, I want to say right around 25 cents or so. I didn't write it down since I didn't actually participate in that trade, but it was right around 25 cents, and I believe I was sitting on the bid. And when the stock came down, nobody sold me any contracts, and the thing took off without me. And actually, let's go to the minute chart and take a look at the potential trade that was setting up. This thing came screaming down, and I put in my option contract at 25 cents. I think when the bid was right around here, right around 35 cents. So I thought for sure I was going to get executed on that, but for whatever reason, I did not get any, and then the thing immediately rebounded and exploded up to about $6.80 a share. And I want to say that that 25-cent contract went up to around 85 cents or so at one point. So, you know, I could have made almost, or right around triple at one point in that, you know, in that potential trade, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for these fast moves down, a bounce into that moving average, and then another sharp reaction up, and then either buy shares or buy options. It just depends on the instrument, whether I want to buy shares or options. But that's what I was looking at in Express 2 days ago, even though, unfortunately, I didn't get any of that one. But these happen all the time, so if I miss out on a trade, I just, you know, wait for the next one to come along. But let me zoom back to present day. And let me show you the one that I missed today. I actually tried to get some MMAT, which used to be Torchlight. They are now Meta Materials, but I was waiting for this one to come down to the 50-period simple moving average. It was still in free fall, so the next one I look for is the 50-period simple moving average. And I was actually tried to buy 500 shares at $6 and I think it was 16 cents. Let me see here. I believe it was like $16.16, and if we look at the day's low, it came down, no, it was $6.21, I'm sorry, and the day's low was $6.31, so I just missed entering this one. And let's go to the minute chart. We can see this one came screaming all the way down, and unfortunately I missed it by, nope, that is the wrong one. Here it is right here. It came down really fast because this was early in the day, and I had my order at $6.21, and only came down to $6.31. It just immediately turned around, went all the way up to $7.90. So I got a little too cute on the entry. A lot of times I like to put my order just above those moving averages, but I thought these were coming down fast enough that I would be able to get filled. I should have got filled on those options. I don't know why I didn't get any of those, but I guess they must have known that bounce was coming. They didn't want to give them up. But this one I probably just got a little too cute on. I should have put my order in above that moving average, and if I would have had a pretty nice trade a couple hours later. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on MRIN, getting one of these type of bounces intraday off of that moving average. If you guys are waiting for a potential day trade on that, or if you have any other information on MRIN, let me go back to that one real quick, you know, you want to let us know about, leave it down there in the comment section, because I would definitely like to know more about this company as well, because this thing could be one that just goes on a massive run. And maybe I want to lock up some shares if I do get lucky enough to get filled down here, because this thing might turn around and just explode higher. So if you have any information on this stock, please leave it down there in the comment section, because I would love to hear it. Now let me get into some other nice looking charts. Okay, the first tradable chart I want to get into is Tesla. I talked about this one a few days ago when it was breaking through this upper trend line right here, and I said if this thing could, you know, consolidate, start to go sideways until this 8-period exponential moving average catches up this white line, that would be the perfect setup to potentially give this thing a slingshot move higher, and we can see that it is working out perfectly so far. If this thing could drift sideways for one more day, I would definitely take a chance on some call options that expire on Friday. If you've ever seen Tesla options, they are a little spendy, so the least amount of time on them, the cheaper they will become. Of course, it's a bigger gamble because there's less time. But if it does pay off, you know, they could end up being a pretty decent trade, because this is just a beautiful triangle that is setting up right now. Actually, let's go to the 15-minute chart, take a closer look at it. You can see this thing is just a thing of beauty. And if this thing can hang around for one more day, just get a little bit tighter, and then that moving average catches up, I think there's a great chance this could send this one higher on Friday. Fingers crossed if that setup keeps going, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on Tesla. Let's go back to the daily chart and get into the next one, because all the ones I want to show you right now are going to be in the EV sector. Let's go to CCIV next, because CCIV is still making a very bullish pattern. Actually, it looks like it's starting to break out as I am making this video right now. So it just made a nice little hook up and is starting to break out to a relative new high, at least another 30 or 60 day high anyway. So just a bullish looking pattern in CCIV. you know, when I was talking about this one, when it got back above that 8-period exponential moving average, I said there was a pretty good chance that this thing could keep moving higher because there's a lot of strength coming into this sector. So CCIV still looks good. I mean, this thing is just starting to break out to a new relative high. So, I mean, this move could just be started. Next one I want to talk about is XPEV. We can see XPEV is still in that upward sloping consolidation that I talked about. These upward sloping consolidations can be extremely explosive. If you see these stocks that are just kind of meandering up and down, but it's continuing to move higher, like instead of a regular consolidation kind of going sideways to digest a big move up, if it continues to just grind higher in this, you know, choppy type formation, once they do get a breakout, a lot of the time it could be very explosive. So XPEV is still looking super good. Next one was FUV. Several of us in the Patreon are still in this one, but this one is still holding that 8-period exponential moving average perfectly and setting up for a potential next leg up. So FUV Arcimoto is still looking really good. But I did have a question from Naji Maxi. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong, but since we are on the EV topic here, he was asking about XL, and this is from a couple of days ago. I apologize for not getting to this one a little bit sooner. I had the sticky note sitting on my desk, and I totally forgot about it. But I will give you my opinion on XL right now. If you are in this stock, it's pulling down that 21-period exponential moving average. So I guess if you were in it and you're feeling a little bit worried that it's pulling back, I wouldn't even consider getting out of this one until it breaks down below this support area right here. You got that 50-period simple moving average rising into it, and you also have support right here around 775, and then a little bit more down here right around 720. So you got a pretty nice support zone right here. So let's just say I'm entering this stock right now. I'm waiting for a little bit of a pullback to get in near the 21. I would place my stop below here, right around $7 a share, because I definitely don't want to be getting out if it has a potential of bouncing around here. But I do think this potential pattern is pretty constructive. It might need to go sideways here a little bit before it gets that next leg up. But I would not expect it to break down through this support area. Maybe if we get a big down move in the market, that would be enough to just, you know, send this one through it. But this seems like it's pretty decent support. You got that 50-period simple moving average starting to hook up. So I think maybe even if it pulled back into this area, that might be a good entry place as well. But I do think there's a pretty good possibility of it certainly holding above this and then continuing higher in the near future. If you had a specific question, leave it down there in the comments again, and I'll try to answer it more specifically. I had the question written down, but I think you were just asking for my opinion on it, so hopefully that answered it. If not, just leave it down there in the comment section again, and I'll be glad to go over it again. But before I check out of here, I did want to talk a little bit more about MRIN, how it's in that software application sector, because I'm seeing a lot more strength in that as well. If we look at WEI, they are also in the software application sector, and this thing is exploding higher. Another one in that sector that I am watching right now is AUUD. And I am waiting for this one for a pullback down to that 8-period exponential moving average. It looked like it was going to get it today, but it kind of like stopped dead in its track, and it's just kind of hanging around here in no man's land. But if this thing comes down to this tomorrow, I have an alert on my software for tomorrow. So if it comes down near this moving average, I am going to look to make a day trade on AUUD as well, because I think this one is setting up for a nice, good potential day trade, just a quick bounce trade. So this one is on my list, and the other one that I'm looking at is JFU. This one has making a very intriguing chart pattern. Is also in the software application sector, and I saw a lot of these type of stocks that were exploding higher today, but this one looks like it is potentially just starting to move higher. So this one could be in the beginning stages. So I wanted to show you JFU because I think this is a very nice looking chart pattern as well. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.